Mr. Chairman, thank you for joining us on FATV.
Good to be here.
We're here at the Wembley Stadium where on Saturday we'll have Stoke City and Manchester City contesting the FA Cup final. I want to start on that subject, the FA Cup final. What does it mean as a kind of a traditional send-off for English football? Your memories?
Okay, well, the FA Cup final is still a unique day. It always has been. The first cup final I remember seeing on television was 1954, West Bromwich Albion against Preston North End. I remember the score, 3-2. The following years, when Manchester City got to two finals, the famous one when Bert Trautmann broke his neck in the final against Birmingham, and then the two Man United finals that followed, including the one post the Munich air disaster when Nat Lofthouse scored 2 goals for Bolton against Man United, and all fantastic occasions. And looking around the stadium now, I mean, we know for one thing the pitch is going to be world class. That's almost a given now, which thank goodness for that, because that wasn't the case a year ago. And we also know that, and we saw it in the semi-finals, that the fans of the two clubs, of Stoke and Manchester City, were tremendous in the semis. Stoke singing Delilah and Manchester City singing Blue Moon. So I think the atmosphere on Saturday will be really, really cracking. And of course, the fact that neither side have been here, well, Stoke have never been here in a final, and Manchester City haven't been here for 30 years, will add something else to the atmosphere. I hope every aspect of the match, the preamble, the match itself, the stuff with the managers afterwards, meets the highest standards of the Respect campaign. In every sense, I think it'd be wonderful if this match is not just a great advert for the Cup final and for Wembley, but for English football generally and for the Respect campaign, which I'm a very strong supporter of.
And looking past the FA Cup final, we obviously, as you mentioned, a fantastic spectacle, Champions League final. Then we have kind of a record-breaking run of events with Take That's, concerts here at Wembley. It's exciting times for the venue.
Well, over the 8 matches we'll be having, from the Carling Cup final to the England-Switzerland match, which comes just after the playoff final, and the Take That concerts, we're expecting 1.25 million people to come here in a very short period of time. I mean, that's a lot of people, and it shows how well the stadium is run. And while we're speaking, I'd like to pay tribute to the staff at Wembley and the whole organisation here. They're fantastic, and we're actually now seeing people or clubs or stadia all over the world coming to Wembley for advice on how to build stadia, how to operate them, and how to do it to such a high standard. So I'm very, very proud of what we've achieved here.
And also in the summer we have our under-21s competing in the European Championships, Women's World Cup in Germany. There's a lot of tournaments at youth level, and great importance to the FA as an organisation to do well out there in those competitions. Well,
what we do, I mean, we're very focused, as we should be, on the England first team, and thank goodness since I've been chairman we're unbeaten. 2 wins and 1 draw as yet, but we're in 5 other major competitions this summer. And you mentioned the under-17s, the under-20s are playing in Colombia in the World Championships, and the under-21s will be going to the opening match in Denmark. We're very excited about their prospects. So we're doing better, I think, at international level generally than often we're given credit for. But of course, we do need the first team to perform. It's like any football club. If your first team isn't performing, people are less interested in the rest. But we want to get the whole range of English football moving in the right direction. I think it's a fantastic privilege to be chairman here. It's a lot of work, I have to say. I mean, I thought it would be demanding, but it is more demanding than I thought. But having said, I'm giving it my all. I mean, it's meant to be a part-time job, but it's not. It's a full-time commitment. And if you're going to get around the country, you're going to see all aspects of football, and you're going to see grassroots football and junior football and women's football and non-league football, and then right the way through to the Premier League. Then it takes up a lot of time, plus all the international conferences and all that stuff, plus doing the job itself. So there's a lot to it, but it's a wonderful privilege. It's a fantastic organisation. I'm just hoping we can get some of the things at the top of the organisation that little bit stronger, which will, I think, reflect and make the perception of the whole of the FA and the great work done by the staff here right through the organisation be perceived that much more positively.